want to learn how to turn this into this? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to transfer your favourite pet's photo into a canvas painting like this. Coming up. Hi again there guys, I'm here from Paint and Pinot giving you some top tips for all things art and design, and today we're going to learn how to transfer a photograph onto a canvas. Now there are many different ways of doing this. One is using Mod Podge, one is actually using a terps. We are going to do the most basic and simple way, and that is simply tracing onto your picture and transferring it directly onto the canvas. So to start with, we're going to take a photocopy of your favourite pet's picture. We're then just going to simply trace it on both sides. I'll leave a link below to how you make your own DIY light box for just $5. You can obviously just use a window if you've got daylight as well. So we're going to go from this to this, where you've got the drawing on both sides. This is important. And not only have I drawn on both sides, but it's got to be really, really heavy with the pencil so that we're going to be able to transfer it onto the canvas in a moment. So let's see how we do this. So because we've actually drawn on both sides of the canvas, it means that you're not going to get a flipped version of the image, which is quite nice. So we're just going to put this in the middle. You might want to put some tape around here just so it doesn't move. I'm just going to go straight on with this. And then we're simply just going to rub as hard as we can. The great thing is if you have a really blunt pencil, because then you're not actually going to break into the canvas. You don't want to obviously pierce the canvas itself. So we're just going to rub all the way over. Again, you can be quite loose with the lines. You don't want to be too accurate because often you'll miss some of those lines that you've drawn underneath. So almost just scribbling over the outline. There are lots of ways of transferring photocopies onto canvas itself, which involve Mod Podge. There's also a really cool technique where you can use like terps and then the back of a spoon, and you can transfer the ink, but you've got to use an inkjet laser. But you've got to use a specific type of photocopy machine, which I don't have. So this, I find this as effective, and it's actually quite a lot of fun as well. So we're just going to work some of these lines over. Alright, so I'm happy with the drawing. We're now going to add the paint. So I'm literally going to go straight onto the canvas. So I've got a cool yellow. I'm going to go with this sort of nice pop art, vibrant use of colours for the actual head. So I'm going to think of nice purples and blues and reds. And of course the contrasting colour to that, as you'll know from the colour wheel, is yellow. So I'm going to go straight on with the yellow. I'm just going to mix in a little bit of white in there as well. And then just going to do a nice quick loose background. Just be careful obviously not to go over the actual image itself. I'm going to work nice and quickly. I'm not too worried about it being too tonal. Pop art is by nature quite flat use of paint. So I'm just going to very quickly go over this. You can obviously add a little bit more depth if you like, but I'm just going to make this nice and vibrant with the yellow all the way to the corners. Normally I would actually prime a canvas, but because this almost is becoming the primer, and because of the nature of the actual painting, I want to be able to see that drawing underneath, so I don't want to go too thick with the paint. So I'm just going to go slightly over the edges so that I can see where we're going up to in terms of the lines. Okay. Quite happy with that. So now we're going to go straight on with the purple. Just a brief lesson in terms of purple. There is a link which I'll leave below on how to mix the perfect purple, but I tend to use warm and cool variants of the primary colours. Some artists are very specific about the types of acrylic paints that they use. I like to keep it nice and simple. So if you think of this in terms of, if you have a warmer version, it's going to have a hint of yellow. We're talking now about the red. And obviously with the blue, this is the cooler version, which also has the hint of yellow, so it's more like an ocean blue. So you do not want the red or the blue that has any yellow in it. So there'll be a pinkier red and there'll be a purplier, if that's a word, blue. So this time you're going to get a nice true purple. So we're just going to mix together a nice vibrant purple. We need a little bit of white in there as well. So we're just going to mix together that purple. So then this is the two primary colours we're going to use. And I'm actually going to start with the darkest areas first. So I can just start to get some definition. So there you have it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed today's video on how to turn this little fella into a painting just like this, just using two very basic techniques for tracing. If you have enjoyed the video, then do hit that subscription button just below us. It really does help our channel. And if you'd like to see some more weekly top tips, we do upload weekly videos, so do hit that subscription button just below. Alrighty guys, it's going to be bye from Cheezal and bye from me, and we'll see you next time. Happy painting.